Hey everyone, welcome back to Grad Girl Rambles. It's Brianna here with my fall semester wrap up. As you can tell, I am uploading this in 2021, but I really wanted to take time for myself after the semester ended. I was very intentional about not doing anything really. So here it is, it's January, but you got it. And I could go on and on about what the fall semester was like for me, but just to keep things short, I'm just gonna go through 3 highlights of the semester and then 3 lessons. That way I'm not just kind of talking forever, because I could. So the first highlight is that I finally got approval from my IRB board to start my thesis. So I submitted an application to the IRB back in like June, and then because of like COVID and just like administrative things, it was pushed off for like 2 months, which might be normal, might not. I know it's not exactly normal for IRB. So I was really excited to finally get that approval after the semester started. And I was finally able to start doing some data collection, and I have some families who are currently enrolled in my research study, which is going really well right now. So I'm really excited about that. The second highlight of the semester was finalizing my first author manuscript. Over the summer, I was working with my research team to draft up a manuscript, and we were collaborating with some state partners. So after we finished writing it basically in September, we had to kind of cross some red tape and work with some collaborators in the state. So we actually didn't submit it until January, like 2021, but it was done. It was ready in December, and I'm gonna count that as a last semester accomplishment because most of that work happened in December. So I'm just gonna take that as a fall semester win. But it's my first author manuscript, and it's really exciting. We submitted it a few days ago, and whether it's accepted or not, obviously I hope it is, but it's okay. I think just being able to get to a point where you can submit it is really exciting for me personally. And then the third thing is this channel. So I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel probably for about 10 years now, and every time I'm like, I'm gonna do it, I don't have anything to talk about. And I'm sure I could talk about like a range of just like really random things, but starting the channel about kind of my grad journey and all of that kind of gave me a little bit more focus. So I'm really excited that I started this up in September, and I'm not very consistent with the videos, but I'm just gonna kind of post them as I see fit and when I have time. I would love to have a consistent schedule, but I just know that I'm not at that place right now. But I do want to keep building that content and getting it out to you guys because I think it's important, especially within my field, school psychology. It's still kind of like this hidden diamond, and people don't really know a lot about it, so hopefully I can get more information out for you, the people, and kind of get that exposure. Now, for the 3 lessons I learned this semester, I learned a lot just over the past year with the pandemic, but the first thing was prioritizing where I work and where I kind of have personal time. Obviously, everything is online, so I can't, go to coffee shops, I can't go to campus, I can't go anywhere to actually get my work done. So in the spring semester, I was struggling a lot when everything went online because I couldn't figure out like where to do my work and like when does the work day end. Even though I have a clock, I can tell time, but it was really hard to end the day when I end the day in the same place where I'm sleeping. So the lesson there was figuring out a routine that worked for me, and I did. I have a setup with an external monitor and like my iPad and this like little thing that I can put my laptop on so it's not just like below me. So that's been really great, trying to figure out how to kind of navigate this COVID pandemic struggle with working at home when I can't really go anywhere else. The second lesson I would say is one that is not a stranger to me, but failure is kind of like a gateway to success. A lot lot of people kind of say that, and it took me a while to realize that it is true. As much as I hate failure, I learn a lot from the failures that I've had, and it's helped me grow stronger as a person, as an academic, as a graduate student. So you know, every year I apply for like funding opportunities. Some of them I get, some of them I don't. But I think it's really important, especially for those when I plan to like reapply for things. I've learned things from my past experiences that kind of help me grow and like improve those applications for the next cycle. That's just one specific example, but obviously I don't like failure, but I'm okay with getting through it because I know that I'm going to be a better person, academic, whatever, on the other side. And then the last lesson is focus on self-care. A lot of people talk about self-care, and I know that it is kind of annoying at this point. I'm annoyed by it, but I need to be more intentional about the time that I take for myself. Because things are all online for me and I can't go into work, I can't go anywhere, I have to be really intentional about how I'm taking care of myself, because when the pandemic first started, I was so overwhelmed because it was like, you wake up, roll out of bed, brush your teeth, whatever, go to your desk. Oh no, it's 8 p.m. I forgot to eat. Like, it was just not, I was not functioning in a productive way at all. And I kind of figured out how to balance like my day with self-care, just kind of sprinkled in there, and taking more time for myself on the weekends, which I found is easier since the pandemic. I know not a lot of people feel that way, but somehow I'm able to be more conscious about my free time on the weekends. Like, I'm not doing anything really, like I'm not going anywhere, but taking the time to actually be off and not do work just to keep myself busy, which is something I was doing before, has been really important for me, kind of staying on track this semester. And the other thing is, one of my big things for self-care is reading. I read a lot in my coursework and for research, and it honestly is exhausting, but I've kind of rediscovered my love of reading. This year I read 28 books, which is a lot for me. My goal was 15, but I kind of shifted my focus to reading more fiction this year, kind of as a result of the pandemic. One day I hope to be like some of my friends who read like 100 books a year, but that's not where I am right now. But like, that's my main source of self-care, and I plan to continue that throughout this year. But overall, this semester was okay. Okay, so my cat just knocked over a bunch of things, but I'm gonna keep going. Overall, this semester was fine. People always told me that the second year was a lot, and I knew that going into it, but kind of factoring in the pandemic was just like, nobody could have prepared me for this. But I think having this semester be fully online, whereas last spring was kind of this weird, everyone's trying to figure things out, has really prepared me for this upcoming spring 2021. So hopefully I can function a little bit better this time. I don't know, we'll see. I'll do another wrap up at the end of this semester, just to kind of check in with that. But that's my fall semester. I hope that you all had a good semester, or just end of the year. It's been a crazy year, and 2021 is going to be more of the same, but I have hope that things will get better, even though yeah, I hope you all had a good end of the year. It's been a really tough year for everyone, and I think that it's hard to think that 2021 is just going to be like my year, it's going to be so much better, because we're still dealing with everything, but I have hope that we can see some positive change, especially with these vaccines that are being rolled out. Hopefully we are able to kind of, I don't know, just do better. The government will hopefully do better. We as people will do better. It's just a lot, and I think it's just a lot of pressure to put a bunch of faith into 2021, when people aren't necessarily taking the steps. Anyway, that was a ramble, but that's all I have for this wrap up, and I'm gonna head out. Bye.